when Catherine asked me to be as one of the speakers this morning in this wonderful activity, the idea to pop to my mind was reinvention, because that's a topic I love. And I realized that I reinvented myself more times than I could remember. So, as Catherine said, I'm a lawyer in Venezuela. I'm from Venezuela. I was born and raised the same city until we moved here to the North City in 2017. And my life changed a lot in, uh, in many different ways. So I graduated from law school and I started this career as an attorney, and I reinvent myself, but I didn't have like a conscience about it. And then I get married, I reinvent myself. And then I get divorced and I reinvent myself. With my motherhood, I reinvent myself. Then with my second and last marriage, I reinvent myself. And I was thinking in reinvention that I just reinvented myself and not in a holistic way. So I I realized that I did a lot of changes in my life, but most of them was exterior changes. Like if when I get a divorce, I just cut my hair and I lose weight, but those changes I want to be different. I want to do something different with my life, and uh, I just took decisions to reinvent or change myself, but just in my exterior, just in my how I look, how I did look, how they look. Well, and I realized that reinvention is a holistic process. So I start to think about it, and I just put in my mind the idea that what different would be if I take my reinvention or the process to reinvent myself like a journey. So I was thinking about a travel. So I think traveling is one of the most wonderful things in the world. I love to travel, to visit new places, to enjoy different food, to meet different people, different cultures, different language. And we plan, we make itinerary, we choose very well the people we want to go with, and we take all the steps to have a perfect travel, a perfect trip, because a trip is a relaxing and enjoyable journey. So how different would our life be if we take all the process of change in our lives like a journey, like a travel? So uh, I know that unexpected things can happen, and maybe things can go in a different direction than we thought or we planned. But I know that if we can put our best effort to get to the next place in the itinerary. So 2014 wasn't my best year. I'm from Venezuela, passed through one of the worst economic crises, and it was a very violent environment. It was the beginning of the worst lack of food and medicine, and I had a surgery, so it put me like 3 months in bed. I I I get fired for unfairly for a job that at that time I thought it was the best job in the world. No, it wasn't. But all that stuff happened to me in that time. So I took the decision to make something different with my life. And fortunately, that all the situations gave me the opportunity to learn about reinvention. But in that time, I reinvent myself, but in a terrible way. I was rediscovering my dreams. I was volunteering in a lot of time, a lot of places that I wanted to to help to help people with those places when I volunteer. And I start to do a lot of courses like uh, craft and creative writing and about entrepreneurship. So I did a lot of things. I started this activity for the community named Blind Date with a Book. So I was encouraging people to read, giving them books because they couldn't buy them because the economic crisis. So I started this movement of social entrepreneurship, and I get to the place when I wanted to be. But the journey was so terrible. It wasn't pleasant, or it wasn't conscious, and it wasn't like with a happy ending. I didn't feel like I achieved my goal in a glorious way. I just feel that I fell in the finish line. So yes, I was reinvented myself, but it cost me a lot of relationships, and I wasn't compassionate with myself, and I pushed myself to do something different, and I really didn't enjoy the journey. So, well, I was there in the place I wanted to be. And then in 2017 was a second wave or crisis in Venezuela. It was more violence. I was kidnapped. Uh, uh, People was in the street protesting and fighting for freedom, and people was killed for the government. It was a terrible year for us. So we decided to fled our country. We decided to fled our country to looking for a better opportunity and looking for a peaceful and a better place to raise our daughter, Marcela, who is with us. And everything I have built was broken in too many pieces again. And once again, I needed to start a new plan. So this time or that time, I didn't want to pass through the same situation of a terrible journey of reinvention. So I consciously start to think in all the steps I had to make, but in a and with a feeling or with the thought that I had to enjoy every step I wanted to do. So I start to see the reinvention as a journey in a wonderful travel, and not as a race to reach out my goals. So I investigate, or I make my own research and definitions about success, and I like that Angela talked about it. It was wonderful. Success and reinvention, and I want to read what my definition is, because I can read the definitions of other people's web, but to very have a very knowledge and an inner and deep knowledge about that topic, I have to make my own. So I always do that. So about success is to achieve the goals I have set for myself, no matter how small they are, during the time of my own reinvention. So for me, and I think success is has a different definition for every one of us. For me, get lost 4 pounds for the 18 I want to lose is a success. So I celebrate and keep going to the rest of the pounds I want to lose. Uh, to when I always say that I talk as a my English is as a fifth grader. student, so a kid. So every time I feel of this today is a success for me because I'm speaking to you in my second language. So I will celebrate and then improve my English. So for me, success is celebrate every step to reach out my big goal. So I write it and I always read that in Spanish. The small steps are what lead us to achieve big goals or big dreams. En español es los pequeños pasos nos llevan a grandes, grandes metas. So I always say that to myself. About the reinvention, my definition is the holistic journey, body, mind, and soul, in which internal and external changes will be generated with firm steps, no matter how small they are, and walking, running, or jumping in the way joyfully and pleasantly. So, and I smile because about walking, running, or jumping in the way, I learned about that talking with Berta Medina. We were talking about my next step once, and she said, why you walk to the next step? You can jump to your next step. So, for my reinvention, I try to walk, run, or jump in the way with a vision and with a way that I can see that maybe I'm not on it yet, but I can see it. So, um, about the way, one of my thoughts is sometimes we need to be in the way, in the celebrating and with joy, with happiness, sometimes with a little stress or anxiety because things doesn't go the way we want. But sometimes I like to just step out the way for a little bit. So I told my husband, right now, I'm sitting on a beautiful big rock, just waving people that maybe go in the same way or that goes to my similar goals than mine, or um, I just want to enjoy the view. I just want to enjoy uh, the the path. I just want to enjoy the flowers. I just want to enjoy the rain. I just want to enjoy the river. Whatever uh, my my way or my journey looks like. So sometimes it's not bad things to make us stop and just enjoy the view and celebrate the big, the little steps we take. So now I'm doing a few things every day, or I think in a few things every day when I think in my reinvention as a journey and not as a goal is one, I'm loving, compassionate, patient, and kind to myself. Because the woman in the mirror, and this is something funny about me, I got mirror talks every morning. So I talk with a woman in the mirror, and I realized that it's not the same as a few years ago. So I'm patient with me. I'm kind with myself. I'm loving and compassionate with my self judgment. So in my mirror talks, I just talk to that woman and I honor her, I respect her, and I want to help her in her travel. So I want to help Raquel, I want to help myself to be a better version every day. And that's our my mirror talk topics. So it's every morning and every night. So I love it. The second thing, I surround myself with people who nurture my soul and brain. They make my journey better. So being surrounded with people that can teach me something new, or that can, I love the expression, hug my heart, who can hug my heart, and Catherine Berta are one of those people. That's the people who want, that I want to join me in this travel, in this journey, in this trip to reinvent myself, because I know that I cannot do everything by myself. I need other people to achieve my goals, and so I invite to my journey people who nurture my life. The third thing is I open my mind and my heart to new knowledge and ideas, because even I want to know everything in the life, I don't. So I'm open with, I have open arms, brain, and heart to receive new ideas and new knowledge every day. The fourth thing is I make a stop when it's necessary, when I'm overwhelmed, when I just want to get a redirection of my GPS, or when something new happened, or something is like a barrier in the way. I just need to stop and think, I'm not in a race. This is a wonderful and happy journey. And the fifth thing is every day is a new opportunity to reinvent myself. So I don't see the reinvention as a goal, as a thing I will achieve if I do this, and that step. So I see the reinvention that's something that is new every morning. Uh, I see reinvention like something can change my life for better every day. So I wake up every morning thinking in my own reinvention, and thinking what this day brings with it that will be good, great, wonderful, and new for me. So with all those thoughts in my mind, every day I can make reinvention a pleasant journey, and not awful and terrible race, how I did in the past. So I understood that if I don't stop to enjoy every step, I'm making my reinvention a race to reach the goal. And when I said if I don't stop, is what I told you all about. Just get out of the way for a few and see all what is happening surround me, and what can I do better, and just celebrate what is happening in that right moment. So I do a lot of stuff when, well, in my life when I'm traveling, I like to go to different places. Just up here I want to see this place, or just stop here I want to see this place. So I my journey of reinvention is the same way. I can stop, I can breathe, I can celebrate, I can see what is around me, and then I can go on in my journey. So I understood that reinvention is not about external changes, because sometimes as a woman I say, well, I need a change in my life, so I cut my hair, or I straighten my hair, or I change my uh, my look, or my clothing, or I change my car. So we look for changes in the in our exterior more than in our inner person, in our souls. So reinvention is not just about external changes; it's a holistic uh, journey about body, mind, and soul, cuerpo, mente, y alma. I understood that I don't have to please others than myself. And that's a big challenge for me, because I always wanted to please others, but I stopped to put others' dreams, or others' decisions, or others' expectations over mine. So I flip the equation, and now I'm looking for what to please myself, to do what fill my soul with joy and happiness, and what make me feel plenty of good things, make me feel like everything that make me smile. I was talking in my table about my current job. I'm a family advocate, even though I'm a attorney or a lawyer in Venezuela. Here I'm doing like more social work, and I discovered on it that my passion. So currently I'm a family advocate with the restoration house in Knoxville, and I think like if I'm getting paid for this. It's so amazing because I love it. I really love my job, and I really love what am I doing now, and I'm looking that same feeling with other things and all the goals I put in myself, and I want to achieve. I'm the founder of Latinas Time. It's a group of Latinas, and my vision is to empower Latina women in East Tennessee and around the world because I dream super big. Um, and I'm making the step to do that, and that makes me so happy. It's my passion. So I'm trying to fill my life with happiness and what can hug my soul and my heart. I also understood that things can be different that I thought, but always I can have a new plan. So sometimes the circumstances or things are not the way we thought, or we have plan is not our plan, initial plan. So we always can change the GPA's route. We always can um, learn about circumstances and then go forward or move forward with a new plan or a new goal, a new step. And the important is learn about what happened and open our souls and ourselves to new things. And my last understanding, what I understood, is that reinvention is a journey and not a goal. And I took the decision to enjoy this journey, to celebrate every step, and to finish the journey in the best way until my last day on earth.